So here's another thing that I just made some notes. And the other thing is, so like when I'm a psychic medium, I don't like that term. I don't really like calling myself, oh, I'm a psychic medium. I'm a medium. Like a medium is better to me because I am a medium. But the reason I use the term psychic medium is because that's what the masses understand.
Oh,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I just have stuck with that. But I know that like a channeler, an energy worker, like why did you guys choose what you call yourself? How did you get to that?
Such a great question.
Yeah. Because I don't like the term, but I haven't really thought of something that would make people understand what I do. And what I do is, you know, I'm not a shaman, I don't do all these other things. So I just kind of stick with that. But what about you guys?
I think a lot of people now tend to use the word intuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the same word as psychic. So if you have a problem with the word psychic, which I personally do, because like within a mile radius, there's tons of like, they have the big signs out that say psychic. And, I'm sure some of them are legitimate, but I personally have been to them where they say $20. Oh, I'm like, oh, great, And then they're like, oh, you have a curse.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why everybody, that's why you associate. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say that's why you associate psychic with a negative thing. Yeah.
Like we need a new word. I need a new word.
Intuitive.
I like mystic enjoy because like, I mean, I know I'm a healer as well. I do, Fan and I do the remote viewing, and I like to dig into a bunch of different things. So it's just kind of like I'm way into like the mystic sort of like your imagination is key, like anything goes. So, but there's nothing for them.
There's your title, Melanie, Mystic Medium.
Yeah.
Right there.
Intuitive medium. Why can't it be intuitive medium? I've never heard of that before, but
well, I've used the word intuitive. Like I'm absolutely intuitive. Like I'm hypersensitive to like everything possible. But like I personally have not found that. Like I've used intuitive, I've used mystic, a guide of sorts. Because we're all guides of sorts, just to help people like understand and like, move forward. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, at least
like,
you're not being called. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna make of course, a few times, especially the older generations, they'll call you like a mind reader. That drives me crazy. I'm like, what? No, this isn't a parlor trick. Yeah.
I mean, I have been known to do that, but like primarily. But anyway,
to call that your master status is not but no, for me, like when people ask, especially like people who aren't practitioners, they ask me what I do, and I'll kind of like choke out like I'm a professional psychic medium, but like you, like,
I know that you don't like those words. I know that we've talked about that.
Because I mean, kind of like you're touching on the connotations that these words have now and have taken on over the years. For as you say, Lauri, these kind of like roadside psychic mediums. I feel like the word has taken on such a different meaning and connotation. So I don't like to lump myself in with just everybody. So like I've kind of gotten into the habit of calling myself a channel for healing and information. Because like you, like I do a bunch of stuff, I do different healing work. I do different like psychic type work. And I just consider myself kind of a receptacle for all of those things. And I don't like to put myself in a corner or a box about it.
Yeah. When you come into my purple room, my practice, it's purple in the room. And but you come in and for a session, and first of all, I have a table set up, the massage table is set up. I have my drums and my, and my rattles and my feathers and my crystals and everything. And I ask people, what is your intent? What are you here for? And that's really where it starts because and And the further I get into this, that Derrick's right, because it's like I am such a channel at this point. It's like, just a conduit, just plug me in, because that's really what happens. It's like, in so when you work with me, and this is it, it's going to be a combination. I'm really, and this is where I think the shamanic piece, etherically, it's this etheric connection. But I believe we all do it. When we take away, you're connecting to the energy of the individual, and that's where the healing needs to occur. So even so we're doing so much more than just bringing in grandpa, or even the angels. It's like there's a higher purpose for it, and that is the key. And that's a piece of it, and then of course I use the channeled sounds as well to do that. But I think the longer we're in the work, spirit works with us, and in that we develop this unique way of working, and it's fine-tuned. The longer we work with it, it's more and more fine-tuned.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And the more we step aside and just kind of like, I mean, I guess this is part of the journey of even being a practitioner, but the more we step aside and just to put our egos kind of give our egos a back seat, it just allows for whatever it is that needs to come through, whether information or healing. This is kind of how I've decided to call it, but like, we become channels for anything, when we allow ourselves to be pure channels, we can bring through anything that needs to come through people.
Right.
So yeah, trapping ourselves in any one kind of category, I think, is very limiting.
Yeah.
And there's so much we can do.
Go ahead.
No, that was all I was going to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do spirit work. I connect with spirit, and whatever's meant to come through is going to come through. If it's more mediumship, psychic, combined, healing, they know what you need more than I do. I just hear and let it flow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
I agree.
my best description of it.